Hello students, let us continue solving exercise 12.1 from question 4. Here they have asked us to minimize the objective function z, and the constraints are x plus 3y greater than or equal to 3 and x plus y greater than or equal to 2. So this time we will be looking at a little bit of different circumstances here. However, x and y remain the same. They are greater than or equal to 0, the non-negative values. Let us have a look at the solution now. So the optimal value this time is not the maximum value but the minimum value. Minimize they have told. And the constraints, as you can see in the rectangular boxes, are not less than or equal to this time. Both are greater than or equal to. Means we have to look at those values which will give higher values than the required line. And in the oval we find the regular non-negative constraints. Let us see. So the non-negative constraints always mean we are looking at the first quadrant. That's all. So the first constraint x plus 3y less than or equal to greater than or equal to 3, we convert it into an equation so that we can draw a line, that is x plus 3y is equal to 3. Then now by substituting x is equal to 0 inside the oval, you can see find that y is equal to 1, so it gives a point 0 comma 1. Similarly, substituting y is equal to 0, we get x equal to 3. So another point 3 comma 0. If we tabulate them, which looks as follows 0 comma 1 and 3 comma 0, let us call the 2 points with the names a and b. So now we can go to the second constraint. The second constraint is x plus y is greater than or equal to 2. So we will convert that into an equation similarly what we did for the earlier constraint. Now let us put the same again, x equal to 0, so that y value we get as 2, and similarly y is equal to 0, so that x is equal to 2. So the 2 points are 0 comma 2 and 2 comma 0. Let us call them some other names like c and d. Now we have got a, b, c, d. Using a and b we will draw one line, and using c and d we will plot another line on the graph, and by plotting these points and drawing the lines, we come to get an idea of where the feasible points or the feasible solutions lie. So let us have a look at the graph now. You can see the points a and b. By joining them we get a line. This time they have asked us inequality is x plus 3y is greater than or equal to 3. Means the points on the right upper side here are the ones we are talking about. So similarly for c and d also the line is x plus y greater than or equal to 2. So all those points with coordinates x, y, which when substituted in the inequality should give us a greater than or equal value of 2. So that means again that also lies on the upper right side. So the common points which agree or satisfy with both the inequalities are in the shaded region, which actually continues. Because we don't have a boundary on the upper right corner there, we have only drawn it for the namesake there, where for 4 and at the end of the x-axis you see a rectangle. It's not a rectangle actually. The shaded region continues. It's unbounded. So we have a lower boundary, that is CEB. You can see are the corner points we get of one side of the polygon, but the polygon is an open one. Here it's not a closed structure, not even a polygon. The region is unbounded, only bounded by this lower side, that is C, E and B. So let us see if the minimum values lies among one of these, that is at C or at E or at B. Let us find the values. So when we substitute those corner points, those 3 vertices what we got in this equation, z is equal to 3x plus 4y. I have written the corner points here, that is 0 comma 2. E, as we have done in previous problems, either by looking at the graph you can estimate the values, or by solving the inequalities as simultaneous equations, we get the value of E, that is 1.5 and 0.5, or in fractions 3 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. And the another point is B is equal to 3 comma 0. When we substitute these values in Z, we get the Z values as 10, 7 and 9. Clearly, which is the minimum value? The minimum value is 7. But there exists one more question. Since it is an unbounded region, are there any other points which satisfy both the inequalities, yet they are minimum or smaller than 7. To do that, we need to now think about some other points. Further, some scrutiny is required. So let us have a look at that explanation. To find out whether 7 is minimum value or not, we have to continue with a few more steps now. So first what we do is continue the objective function z and equate it to the minimum value and get an equation. What is the minimum value we got? Try to remember, that is 7, right? So in place of z we will substitute it with 7. So we get the value 3x plus 5y is equal to 7. This is the lowest value of z that we know right now. So we will try to plot this equation on the graph. So the equation looks somewhat like this. The line PQ, if you observe, gives the plotting of that equation 3x plus 5y. You can put the values of x is equal to 0. When you put x equal to 0, you get 5y is equal to 7 and y is equal to 7 by 5. That will be the value of y, which we have approximately somewhere around P. That point P we get. Similarly, by putting y is equal to 0, you get 3x is equal to 7. So x is equal to 7 upon 3. That is the approximate value of the point Q. Actually Q is shifted little far. It's right where that point D is just nearer, so it could not be marked there. So by joining P and Q, you get the line, but the line also intersects at E, because that point also lies on this equation, on that value of z. So now let us consider, what if the equation is replaced with less than or equal to 7? Remember, it was 3x plus 5y equal to 7 we took. Now we are considering the actual points. All the points which agree with or satisfy this inequality, they come under that blue region that you see in the graph. See, the red region what you see is the actual set of the optimal values, or the feasible region that we got, which has all the optimal solutions. But right now, see this colored blue region, that is that triangle that you see. These are the ones which agree with the objective function 3x plus 5y, which is less than or equal to 7. So if there are any points which are common in both the regions, in the blue and red, then they also will be smaller than 7. But unfortunately here there is no other point. The only point that we see coinciding is that point E, which is nothing but the value 7. I hope it is clear. Please concentrate once more. Where the red area meets the blue area, we see one point. That is the exact value which we got is 7, which is the minimum. So further, if that area, red area, had encroached into the blue, or the blue area had encroached into the red, had they overlapped, we could have said that there are more points which are minimum or lesser than 7, so they could be minimum. But here none of those points exist in the overlapping region. So we can safely say that, because of that, we can say, since there is no common point in the feasible region, that is the red region, and the region of inequality, that is the blue region, other than that one point where they intersect, so that point remains the minimum value. Okay, so safely we can say that z is equal to 3x plus 5y has a minimum value 7 at that point, which is that 3 upon 2 comma 1 upon 2. Thank you.